Hey everybody, Venom001 here with another commentary on Battlefield Bad Company 2. This is the Isla defense I was telling you about. It has no game audio, unfortunately. I don't know what, the capture card kind of fucked up and it saves the file, but something goes wrong with the audio. It kind of freezes the program and the audio gets all fucked up, but the video seems to be fine. So I'm going to put some music in the background in a second or so. It's not gonna be too bad listening to my fucking voice with no actual gunfire and shit going off in the background. But yeah, there's a couple of things I wanted to talk about. Um, my videos over the last couple of days, or weeks, or whatever, have been really sniper orientated, and I'm getting a few comments saying, "Oh, don't you like snipers and that? You know, what about people who play aggressive sniper, and what do you think about those guys?" Well, I do think that does take a certain amount of skill. I mean, people or players like Sergeant Enigma don't blink. You know, these guys are very skilled at using the recon kit, and I take nothing away from them for it. I mean, it's something I personally can do a little, but not to that extent. You know, nowhere near even some of the shit you see Enigma pull off. It's just unbelievable. Yeah, that was a friendly hind there that took me out trying to disarm the B crate. He's a champion, that guy, real brainiac. But yeah, I want to get back to what I was saying. I don't take anything away from those guys. Brilliant players, and they get in there and they, you know, really do help their teams out. It's the players that you've witnessed in the Harvest Day match where they're just sitting back. I mean, you saw a couple running in, but they're running in as snipers through the middle of the field. It's just, I'm sorry, that kind of a sniper, the ones that use the 12 times and sit all the way back, if you're not up in the fight, that's what really pisses me off. Okay, if you're going to sit back miles and miles away and you're racking up these points by getting the marksman headshot, getting a high score with the sniper is not too difficult with the marksman headshot bonus you get. Playing as Enigma and Blink do, it's a true skill, and I won't say it's not. So that's something people need to understand when I'm talking about the snipers. I don't mean these players that get up there into the fight and run around with the recon kit. It's these players that sit back and just fucking snipe from miles and miles away, and you know they really slow the game down, and that kind of takes away from the enjoyment of the game. But yeah, there we go. There's a little rant to start the video off. As you can see, we're doing the thing I've always talked about doing on the Isla last base. Get rid of these green fences, open up your sight lines, mate. That's what you really want to do. You see players doing it on quite a few maps. On Nelson Bay, you see a lot of players going into the forest behind the first base and taking out all the trees leading to the second base. It cuts down the cover the enemy has, and the sight lines are completely opened up, so you can pretty much pick an enemy off without any fucking worries. Using the 9A91 at the moment too. I do like this gun. I really didn't when I first started playing this game. And then it was getting to the point where I pretty much had platinumed all the engineer class. So I was cranking this weapon for quite a long time. I think about 2 weeks actually took me to platinum. I do like to mix it up with the weapons. If I'm getting close to a platinum on one, I will go for it. I particularly wanted to use this gun because I really hadn't throughout the entire game. It was only, yeah, I'd say the last month and a half, 2 months that I've really started to use that gun a lot. The clip size is very small. It can be a bit of a pain. You get to the bottom of the clip and you might have missed a few rounds on the enemies, which I tend to do because I have my sensitivity up quite high. And if I've just started playing the game, like my first couple of games of the afternoon, I've got to get the rhythm back in and how much I can really hit the stick. This is a rare thing for me to do. I rarely get the opportunity to drill a tank, and I was taking it a majority of the time. I try to do that sort of thing. The player jumps out and he always gets me, but I was kind of happy with that. For the most part, this game was just a walkthrough for the other team. The first 2 bases went extraordinarily quick. We kind of said amongst ourselves, alright, we gonna let the next base go. We're gonna let the village go. We're gonna focus on this base because it's more suited for the defense team than the attacking team. They have to come over that hill and then down onto you, and you have that perfect position actually to sit there and pick them off as they're coming over. I don't know why players bother going up and doing the sneaky shit, getting up on the sides, like that. Sometimes if you can drop in, it might be a good thing, but I know for a fact that guy's not going to bother dropping in. He's just looking for a place to snipe. I got a funny comment today on my video that someone called me a sniper bigot, and I was just like, what? I don't think that's actually possible to be bigoted against a class in a game. It doesn't really suit the term. But yeah, that was a little amusing to hear that, or to read that anyway. Yeah, Aussie picked that guy up that was up there on the right. I haven't realised it yet myself, but he has picked him off. So I get myself in a bit of trouble here. Now, I had the high ground. I shouldn't have pushed forward onto him, because the medic, always got to kill the medic first. I didn't realise there was one down there. Should have held back and let them come up to me. I did get him once. I would have got him again if I just held back. That's I'd say my number one problem is I push on when I should hold back. In a game, I see an enemy and I kind of get the blinders on, It's like, oh, get him, and I kind of run for it. But you need to, take a moment to think, should I push on any further than I have? Should I hold back and let them come to me? So I wanted to talk a little bit too about what I'm going to be doing with my channel. Now, I have a couple of big videos coming up that are taking some time to do, and I'd like to focus a little more attention on to getting those videos done for you guys, instead of just putting out, these commentaries are kind of becoming a bit pointless now. I mean, it's getting to the end of the Bad Company 2 cycle. A lot of people have just picked up the game, yes, but a lot of people already know what they're doing. So I can come on here and do these commentaries and rave and rant, but I'd also like to get these real, important videos done before we all start getting into the Battlefield 3 beta, which I do think will only be about 3 months off, maybe. Possibly. I'm not going to put a definite on that, but I do see them at E3 showing a bit of multiplayer gameplay, and maybe even, giving us a little bit of a hint when the beta might be released, if at all possible. Maybe, I don't know. But some of the guys at Pixel Enemy are pretty lucky. They're going to be going off to E3, and I think Chris Red Dragons, the guy from Don't Revive Me Bro, he'll be going there too. So that's a good bonus for that. Don't like people running up behind me like that, because I thought that guy was going to knife me, so I just shot. Yeah, I kind of feel bad, damaged a teammate, but then again, he kind of really ran up on me and scared me a bit. So, getting back to what I was saying, I go off on one of my tangents again and start talking about shit that's not relevant to what I actually started talking about. The 2 projects I have coming up is going to be my base defense video. Now, I'm not sure if that will translate over to Battlefield 3. I'm not even sure if Battlefield 3 will have a rush mode. It might not. I mean, Rush was a Bad Company 2 game mode, so I'm not really sure it will be in Battlefield 3. Sure, there'll be some sort of rush mode, something equivalent to it if it's not actually Rush itself. But there you go, tangent again. So I'm getting into these projects. There's the base defense one and a kind of a farewell montage to Bad Company 2 that I'm really putting a lot of effort into. And the thing you have to understand too is I'm teaching myself all the After Effects, Photoshop. So I'm teaching myself how to use all those programs, and it's just taking time to learn and then to implement what I've learned. So yeah, bear with me, they're coming. But I think I might cut down on the amount of commentaries I'm putting out, because I don't really see what I can keep talking about. I mean, this thing, if I have a good gameplay, I might put it up. I had a good Atacama the other day, but I'm just going to put up the second to last base and the last base as the gameplay, because it was just a walkthrough on the first two, and then the fight really started at that third base, second to last base. So I'm going to put that up. Yeah, so videos are going to be a bit further between as I'm working on these montages, and I've got life too to take care of. I've got life in general. So remember here I've got the playlist, got Battlefield 2 commentaries, you got your montages of Battlefield 2, you got your Bad Company 1 playlist with just a little montages and that, and you got your subscribe panel there on my intro videos. So I'll catch you again next time, and thanks for watching.